Alvin Joseph Rusha was born to George and Mary Rusha on November 8, 1935, and was the youngest of 7 girls and 4 boys. He was born near Harriet Island in St. Paul, Minnesota. Al was just 8 years old when he started working for Leo Magel's carnival game concessions on the bassinet shows. He worked and traveled with carnivals until 1953. As a senior at Humboldt High School in St. Paul, Al enrolled in a school program that placed him in many part-time jobs. Al began his career in broadcasting in 1953 as a mailboy and prop man for WMIN-TV. It would be the start of a long and distinguished career in television. Al worked for 2 decades producing famous children's shows of the era.
Al DeRusha directed Lunch with Casey for most of its 2 decades on the air.
You couldn't wait to get to work the next day.
Hey, we're upside down, Ron. Get it, work. Onions, onions, la la la. Onions, onions, ha ha ha. Hey!
Another great bit they did was Jimmy Durante.
It ain't Miss Betty in a romper room.
Because it was so much fun.
He directed live remotes and election night broadcasts, including an election that featured future Vice President Hubert Humphrey. Al also directed all major Minnesota sports, including the Twins, North Stars, and Vikings, as well as college and high school sports. Al is an 8-year veteran of the Naval Reserve and was even certified as a correspondent with credentials to do stories for military documentaries. Starting in 1961, Al directed the weekly show for the American Wrestling Association.
All Star Wrestling.
He was also a promoter, a ring announcer,
This will be a 2 out of 3 fall match.
did play-by-play, and even was a referee for Hulk Hogan and a wrestler who would be the future governor of the state of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, the table has gone over.
In 1985, Al's expertise in wrestling landed him a job with Vince McMahon's WWF. Al's career in the amusement industry began in the 1960s. He was inducted into the Midwest Showmen's Association and Showmen's League of America Halls of Fame. He is currently the Senior Vice President of the Outdoor Amusement Business Association, a trade association for the mobile amusement industry. Despite the many hours away from home, Al has always found time for his family. He and his wife Marlene recently celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. They have 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Al DeRusha's career in show business spans a remarkable 72 years. Al has worked with and directed more than 36 members of the Minnesota Broadcasting Hall of Fame. From Lunch with Casey Jones and Roundhouse Rodney, to Mel Jazz's matinee movies, to the AWA, Al has been an integral part of the television industry in Minnesota. And tonight, Alvin Al Joseph DeRusha is now a member of the Minnesota Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
And that is all you need to know.